Recording in progress.
So in our last lecture, we have started with the chapter of hydrocarbons. अब से हम कोई भी organic chapter पढ़ने वाले हैं. What is the order? We will be starting with physical properties. Then we will go to the preparation method. Then we will go to the chemical properties. We have started with alkanes. Alkanes के physical properties में first we have seen the physical state. The physical state of alkanes vary from gases to liquids to solids, which depends upon the level of interactions. If the interactions are more and more, it will be solids. If the interactions are intermediate, they will be liquids. If the interactions are very less, they will be gases. The interactions in case of alkanes are only van der Waals forces or London dispersion forces, which are induced dipole interactions. Alkanes are non-polar, hence you are having only London dispersion forces, which depend upon the surface area. The surface area will be increased if you are increasing the number of carbon atoms or if you are increasing the molecular weight. So as the number of carbon atoms are increasing, the state of the alkanes changing from gases to liquids to solids. If you want to judge the boiling point, again you need to judge that based on van der Waals forces of interaction or based on surface area. The most common question which you get is they will be giving you isomers and they will ask you the order of boiling point. In that case, it depends upon number of carbon atoms as well as the surface area. If you are having more and more number of branches, the surface area decreases or the boiling point decreases. Less are the number of branches, more will be the boiling point. Okay. Then we have seen solubility. उसके बाद preparation methods देखा हमने. The first preparation method is from alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes and alkynes are unsaturated hydrocarbons. If you want to convert them into saturated hydrocarbons, you need to simply add hydrogen. For an alkene, you need to add 1 mole of or 1 molecule of hydrogen. For an alkyne, you need to add 2 molecules of hydrogen. Agreed? Okay. And the reaction is called as hydrogenation reaction, which happens in the presence of a catalyst, either nickel or platinum or palladium. And this particular catalyst is heterogeneous catalyst. मतलब इसका जो phase है, hydrogen is gaseous phase and catalyst का जो phase है, it is solid. As both of them are having different phases, I'm saying that it is a heterogeneous catalyst. आपको एक homework दिया to tell me about homogeneous catalyst used in hydrogenation reaction. What is the answer for that?
Sir,
देखा होगा आप लोग. The catalyst is
sodium.
Wilkinson's catalyst. It is Wilkinson's catalyst, which is made up of rhodium. Okay, which is made up of rhodium, RH, rhodium. Everyone. Wilkinson's catalyst, इसका formula और इसका structure के analysis, we will see that in the chapter of coordination compounds. अभी के लिए याद रखना ये homogeneous catalyst for hydrogenation is Wilkinson's catalyst. Okay, ठीक है. उसके बाद we have seen, I hope this particular part is clear, what is meant by syn addition. In the reaction mechanism, what happens is the hydrogen, the alkene or the alkyne will be adsorbed on the catalyst surface. Once they are adsorbed, the reaction will be happening in such a way, both the hydrogens are added on the same side of the alkene. You cannot have
Progress.
if you are having the addition of both the groups on the opposite sides, it is called as anti-addition. If you are having the addition of both the groups on the same side, it is called as syn addition. In case of hydrogenation, the nature of addition is syn addition. याद रखना. They will ask what is the nature of addition, syn or anti. It is syn addition. Okay. Then we have seen preparation of alkanes from carboxylic acids. The method is called as decarboxylation. You are removing this particular CO2 group. Decarboxylation. You have two different types of decarboxylation. Decarboxylation using soda lime, which is a step down reaction. Step down reaction indicates one carbon is less in the product when compared to the reactant. In the reactant, you are having one extra carbon. In the product, you don't have a carbon. Hence, it is called as step down reaction. What you need to do, you need to simply remove this CO2. That CO2 will be reacting with NaOH to form Na2CO3. The reaction mechanism involves formation of carbanion as the intermediate. So they will be asking the question as, which of the following carboxylic acids will be decarboxylated easily? So you need to form the corresponding carbanion and you need to compare the stability of the carbanion. Carbanion stability can be compared with the help of electron withdrawing groups and releasing groups. If you are having electron withdrawing groups, it increases the stability of the carbanion. If you are having electron releasing groups, it will decrease the stability of carbanion. Agreed? Because the carbanion is negatively charged. Negative charge को आप और negative charge दे रहे तो वो unstable होता जाएगा. उस negative charge से if you are removing electrons, it will become more and more stable. So common question which you can get is, which of the following carboxylic acids can be easily decarboxylated? For that, you need to know the intermediate. You don't have the exact mechanism of the reaction. You just need to know what is the intermediate that is formed. The intermediate in this particular reaction is carbanion. The another common question is, you can form similar alkane from decarboxylation of different carboxylic acids. So they will ask, which of the following or how many carboxylic acids will be possible for the formation of isopentane from decarboxylation. Decarboxylation में आपको इतना जानना है, you are simply removing CO2. So जो भी CO2 आप हटा रहे हो, वो CO2 को attach कर दो. By attaching the CO2 on different carbons, you are having them, or you will be forming different compounds. Okay. You also need to see for the isomerism, stereoisomerism. If you are attaching a COH here, this particular carbon is becoming chiral. So this can exist in two different forms. Similarly, if you are attaching COH here, this carbon itself is becoming chiral. So this can also exist in two different forms. यहाँ पे there is no chiral carbon, so एक ही है. यहाँ पे भी chiral carbon नहीं है, एक ही है. So total you can have 6 different carboxylic acids which lead to the formation of the same alkane, which is isopentane. Okay, clear है? ठीक है. Then we have seen decarboxylation using Kolb's electrolysis. In any of the electrolysis, we will be having two compartments or two parts. One is the anode and the other is the cathode. At anode, irrespective of the nature of the reaction, कोई भी reaction हो anode के पास हमेशा आपको oxidation ही होगा. At cathode, you will always have reduction. Towards anodes, anions will be migrating. Towards cathode, cations will be migrating. So the anion which we have in this reaction is RCO minus. We are taking sodium salt of carboxylic acid. We should not do direct electrolysis of carboxylic acid because carboxylic acid is a weak acid. So you may not have sufficient number of ions for the electrolysis. In order to have effective electrolysis or efficient electrolysis, you need to have good number of ions. Hence, I am taking sodium salt of carboxylic acid. So you have carboxylate ion that will be migrating towards anode as it is anion. At anode, you will always have oxidation, so it will lose one electron to form carboxylate free radical. Carboxylate free radical is highly unstable. It immediately breaks into an alkyl free radical and CO2. Two alkyl free radicals at anode combine to form a higher alkane. यहाँ पे आपको number of carbon atoms बढ़ रहा है. Okay, so this is, you can treat this as step-up reaction. You are increasing the number of carbon atoms. The difference between decarboxylation using soda lime and decarboxylation using Kolb's electrolysis is, in case of soda lime, you will be having step-down reaction where the number of carbon atoms are decreased. In this case, you will have an increase in number of carbon atoms. Okay. So at anode, there is formation of alkane as well as liberation of CO2. At cathode, you need to have reduction. We have Na positive cation. Na positive का reduction नहीं होगा because Na is very active metal. If it is very active metal, it will not have any tendency to accept the electron. Okay. So system में you have water also. उस water का आपका reduction होगा. Reduction of water will give rise to H2. ये कैसे याद रखना है आपको? Reduction मतलब gain of electrons. यहाँ पे H positive है, O2 minus है. O2 minus cannot accept electrons, so H positive has to accept electrons. 2 H positive accepting 2 electrons will give you H2. यहाँ पे O जो है उसका oxidation state तो कुछ change नहीं हो रहा है, hence it is forming OH minus. You will not have any product as O2 minus. So O2 minus करके मत लेके आओ. You will have the product as OH minus. Clear है? Okay. So at cathode there is liberation of H2 gas. At anode there is liberation of CO2 gas. And the alkene is formed at anode. Okay. ठीक है. You can have different varieties of questions in Kolb's electrolysis. आपको rather than forming alkanes, you can also form alkenes and alkynes too. It depends upon the reactant which you are taking. आपको इतना याद रखना है, whenever you see two free radicals in the same molecule and if they are adjacent to each other, always make a pi bond. Okay. यहाँ पे आपको एक ही free radical बन सकता है, hence it is reacting with another molecule to form an alkane. यहाँ पे आपको two free radicals within the same molecule आएगा. So you can form the bond between these two, leading to the formation of ethene. This can also be formed, but it will be minor, 0.1% ऐसा कुछ बनेगा. Okay. In this case, again you are having two free radicals within the same molecule, so इन दोनों के बीच में bond बनाओ and you can form ethyne. Clear है? यहाँ तक किया हमने, इसके आगे बढ़ना है हमको. Okay, इसके आगे हमने reduction भी देखा, reduction of alkyl halides. Reduction is nothing but addition of hydrogen or removal of electronegative element. You can add hydrogen with the help of any active metal along with acid. Metal will be losing electrons, acid will be giving H positive, so you can have H2 gas. Okay, so any active metal with an acid will act as reducing agent. So if you are adding a reducing agent, X will be replaced by hydrogen to form alkene. Okay. Okay, next, Wood's reaction. We have seen the general reaction. In Wood's reaction also, if you observe, you are increasing the number of carbon atoms. Agreed? You are having something similar to that of Kolb's electrolysis. उसमें भी R और R के बीच में bond बना के you have formed an higher alkane. Even in this case, you are forming a bond between R and R, and you are forming a higher alkane. But the mechanism is going to be different. If you are having sodium, first of all, let us observe one thing. The solvent in which we are carrying out this reaction is dry ether. Ether is a non-polar solvent. Sodium is very reactive metal. Okay, whenever you add sodium to water, you will have explosion. Sodium being highly reactive, the reaction is explosive. So we should not use water. I am using dry ether. Okay. आयुष क्या हो रहा है? बहुत हंसी आ रही है तुम्हें? क्या हुआ आयुष?
नहीं, कुछ नहीं सर.
कुछ नहीं, ऐसा ही हंस रहा है. ओके, एक मिनट. So let us understand the mechanism. Why are we taking dry ether? We are taking dry ether because sodium will react violently with water. Okay, dry ether. It is also a polar solvent. Starting में मैंने कुछ गलत कहा. I think I called it non-polar. Ether is also a polar solvent. Okay, you need to have polar solvent because Rx polar है. In order to dissolve that, you need to have a polar solvent. What is ether? Ether is ROR. You are having electronegativity difference between carbon and oxygen. So this will be a polar molecule, or dry ether is a polar solvent. I should not
Recording in progress.
Okay, is this clear why we are not using water or why there should not be any moisture? Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. In the mechanism, 2 मिनट रुको, स्क्रीन दिखेगा आपको. Yeah. In the mechanism, if you take sodium being a metal, it will readily lose electrons. It will convert into Na positive plus electron. If you are having a single electron, can I call it as an odd electron? So that particular odd electron will be reacting with Rx and it will lead to the formation of alkyl free radical. Whenever you have a free radical, odd electron can be treated as a free radical. जो एक electron है, it is a free radical. Whenever it is reacting with any molecule, you need to always break the bond in homolytic fission. If you are having an odd electron, you will be always breaking the bond in homolytic fission. Remember this. So if you are doing that, what will happen? आपको एक इलेक्ट्रॉन हैलोजन लेगा, दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन कार्बन लेगा. Out of halogen and carbon, which is more electronegative? Halogen. So ये जो X free radical बना है, that particular X free radical will be attacking this electron or will be taking away that electron to form X minus, and ये जो R है, R free radical ऐसा ही रह जाएगा. What will happen in the next step? If you are having 2Na, आपको 2Na positive और 2 electrons आएगा. 2Rx will be reacting with 2 electrons to form 2X minus and 2 R free radicals. Agreed? So एक R free radical दूसरा R free radical के साथ combine होके you will be forming alkane RR. Is that clear? Okay. So ये जो X minus है 2Na positive, you can show the reaction as combining with 2X minus to form 2NaX. NaX is the byproduct. The actual product is alkane RR. Is this clear? Okay. Please write the products. If I have CH3X plus 2Na plus XCH3. Mark the product. दूसरा question. CH3Cl plus 2Na plus Cl CH2CH3. Mark the products. Everyone, please put your video on. Vishwaraj, Samarjit, Sujal, Atharv. यहाँ पे आपको क्या करना है? What will be the product? In the first case, ethane, CH3 plus byproduct आपको रहेगा plus 2NaX, वो mark नहीं कर रहा हूँ. In the second case, what is the product? Propane. CH3 CH2 CH3. This is the expected major product, right? If we are mixing methyl chloride with ethyl chloride, why are we mixing these two? Because we need propane. But apart from this, you will also get byproducts which are, अगर CS3 का free radical जो आया है, if it is combined with CS3 only, it is not necessary that it has to combine only with CS3 CS2 ना. अभी ये जो CS3 free radical आया है, you will be having, if I'm taking 1 mole of this, I will be forming 1 mole of CS3 free radicals. Similarly, if I take 1 mole of CS3 CS2 Cl, I will be again getting 1 mole of ethyl free radicals. Agreed? It is not necessary that methyl free radical must combine with ethyl free radical only. It can also combine with methyl free radical. Agreed? उसको क्या मुझे इसके साथ ही reaction करना है. Is that clear? If CS3 free radical combines with CS3 free radical, what will we get?
Ethane.
You will get ethane. Similarly, if ethyl free radical combines with another ethyl free radical, what will you get? Butane. So these two are unintended products. ये दोनों हमें नहीं चाहिए. But you cannot neglect them. You will definitely get these products too. Okay. So ये जो particular reaction method है, Wood's reaction, it is not suitable for the formation of unsymmetrical alkanes. This is an unsymmetrical alkane because you are having odd number of carbon atoms. Okay. Everyone, Wood's reaction जो है, it is, Karthik, please be on mute. Wood's reaction जो है, that particular reaction is not suitable for the formation of unsymmetrical alkanes because it will lead to formation of more than one product. And these products will have their boiling points almost close to each other. All of them are non-polar, number of carbon atoms भी ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं है. So they will be having similar boiling points. If they have similar boiling points, उनका separation जो होगा, it will be difficult. Hence, we will not prefer this method for the formation of propane. Later in the chapter of alkyl halides, we will see a method called Korehouse synthesis. Korehouse synthesis. This is used for the formation of unsymmetrical alkanes. इसके बारे में हम बाद में पढ़ेंगे. What is meant by Korehouse synthesis and the reagents used. For now, याद रखो. If you want to form unsymmetrical alkanes, you cannot do that with the help of Wood's reaction because I am forming more than one product, and all of these being alkanes, their boiling points will be less, or they will be having close boiling points, hence I cannot easily separate them. Clear hai? Okay. I'll give you a question, answer that. From which Rx the following product can be formed using Wood's reaction. आपको ये alkane बनाना है. In order to form this alkane, what is the choice of alkyl halide? From which Rx the following product can be formed using Wood's reaction. You can have different choices of alkyl halides, but उससे आपको different products भी मिल सकता है. You need to choose that particular alkyl halide which will lead to only single product. उसका Wood's reaction करने से आपको एक ही product आएगा. यूजुअली
Okay.
जो क्वेश्चन में
नियोब्यूटेन।
सही है, यूजुअली आपको क्वेश्चन में जो भी अल्केन दिया जाएगा it will definitely be symmetrical because Wood's reaction will be used only for symmetrical alkane. So break that alkane where there is symmetry, वहां पे halogen लगा दो. You can use this particular alkyl halide, which is 2-chloro-2-methyl propane. Okay. Two chloro, 2-methyl propane. इसका Wood's reaction करने से you can form this particular compound. Clear है? Okay. I hope this is clear. Let's go to the end of preparation methods. Let's go to the reactions of alkanes. ये clear है ना Wood's reaction आपको? Wood's reaction involves free radicals. Whenever you are having a metal is a source of electrons, it will be losing electrons or it will be forming a free radical. When a free radical reacts with another molecule, you need to break the molecule in terms of free radicals. ये याद रखना. So I am breaking this bond as free radicals. I am having X free radical and R free radical. Out of R and X, X being more electronegative, it will attack the electron or it will take the electron. अगर R ज़्यादा electronegative होता तो this would have been converted into negatively charged species. But आपको carbon is less electronegative, halogen is more electronegative, hence you have formed X minus and R free radical. Two R free radicals will combine to form an alkane. If you are taking different types of alkyl halides, you will be forming different types of products. We are intending to form propane in this reaction, but you are also forming ethane as well as butane, which is not suggestible. Hence, we won't be using Wood's reaction for the formation of unsymmetrical alkanes. Unsymmetrical alkanes को बनाने के लिए we have a separate reaction called Korehouse synthesis. We will see this later. अभी नहीं देखेंगे. Clear है? Okay, next. Reactions of alkanes. Alkanes का characteristic reactions, different functional compounds के लिए you have different characteristic reactions. मतलब alkanes के लिए एक specific set of reactions होता है, alkenes के लिए specific set होता है, alkenes and alkynes के लिए. Then for alkyl halides, you will have separate set of reactions. Aromatic compounds के लिए separate set of reactions. Okay, for different families, you have some characteristic set of reactions. For alkanes, the characteristic reactions are called as characteristic reactions of RH. They're called as free radical substitution. मतलब whenever you are trying to do substitution on alkane, the mechanism involves formation of free radicals. What is meant by free radical? What is meant by free radical? Which is a 6-electron species. Carbon free radical matlab which is a 6-electron species or 7-electron species. 7-electron species having hybridization sp2, right? If you are having sp2, what will be the shape of that particular free radical?
Trigonal planar.
Okay. If you are having a planar molecule, on the planar molecule, you can have the attack from the top as well as from the bottom. Agreed? If that is the case, if you are having equal probability of attack from the top as well as from the bottom, if there is a chance for the formation of chiral carbon, what will be the end product will be? What is the end product? Question आपको समझ में नहीं आया होगा, फिर से repeat कर रहा हूँ. If I am having a free radical intermediate, which is sp2 hybridized, if it is sp2 hybridized, it is trigonal planar. If it is a planar molecule, on the planar molecule, you have equal probability of attack from the top as well as from the bottom. Okay. If you are forming a chiral carbon in the product, in the final product, if it is a chiral carbon, and if you are having equal probability of attack from the top as well as from the bottom, वो जो ending product जो भी बनेगा, what is the nature of it? Will that be optically active or optically inactive?
Inactive.
Inactive.
Okay, optically inactive. What is the reason for that?
Meso compound.
ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. We will see the mechanism first. उसके बाद लास्ट में वो समझाता हूँ. Isomerism चैप्टर में हमने racemization करके कुछ पढ़ा, याद है? Addition of HBr on alkene, which will lead to the formation of racemic mixture. वहां पे कार्बोकैटायन इंटरमीडिएट बनाया हमने. कार्बोकैटायन इंटरमीडिएट is also sp2 hybridized. If it is sp2 hybridized, again you can have attack on the top as well as from the bottom. Whenever you see any reaction which will have a trigonal planar intermediate, always there is possibility for the formation of racemic mixture. Okay, इसका मतलब क्या है? We will understand that. I will give you an example. First of all, एक minute. Give me 2 minutes. Yeah. What are the characteristic reactions of alkanes? Or what are the general reactions of alkanes? Those are substitution reactions. As in the reaction you have free radical as the intermediate, they are termed as free radical substitution reactions. Clear है? Okay. General reaction यहाँ पे पहले लिखते हैं. What is meant by substitution? First of all, understand what is meant by substitution. In the substitution, you will be replacing one of the atom on the alkane with another group. In this case, if I am reacting RH with X2, I will be substituting this particular hydrogen with halogen. Hence, it is called as substitution reaction. There is another set of reactions called elimination reactions. In the elimination reactions, you will be eliminating the group from the compound. You won't be adding any other group. Simply यहाँ से जो भी इसके अंदर जो भी group रहेगा, we will be eliminating that. Those set of reactions are called as elimination reactions. Okay. The characteristic reactions of alkanes is substitution reaction. इसका मतलब क्या करना है? You need to substitute hydrogen by any of the group. In this case, I am reacting that with halogen. Hence, I will be substituting that H by X, which will lead to the formation of alkyl halide RX. Plus, that hydrogen will be attached to another halogen to form HX. RH plus X2 will give you RX and HX, and this particular reaction will happen only in the presence of heat or sunlight. H nu indicates a photon. Photon is nothing but a source of energy. Whenever you have energy, then only this particular reaction is going to take place. Alkanes do not react with halogens in dark or at low temperatures. You need to have sunlight or heat. Okay. Let us see the mechanism. Before going into mechanism, I will list out some points. Okay. Is this reaction oxidation or reduction of alkane?
Reduction.
Is this reaction an oxidation
Reduction.
reaction or a reduction reaction?
Reduction.
Reduction.
Oxidation.
Sedation.
It is
Oxidation.
oxidation. What are you doing? You are removing a hydrogen. Removal of hydrogen, and you are adding an electronegative element. Removal of hydrogen or addition of electronegative element. It is called as oxidation. Okay. So this particular reaction is oxidation of alkane. Okay. Next. Reactivity order of X2. Reactivity order of X2. The order is fluorine is highly reactive, followed by chlorine, then bromine, then iodine. The reason for this is in the reaction you are forming free radicals. Fluorine का free radical जो भी बनेगा, it is highly unstable. Fluorine being highly electronegative, its free radical is highly reactive. In general, free radicals से बहुत ज़्यादा reactive होते हैं. Fluorine being highly electronegative, it will always have high tendency to convert into or to accept the electron. Hence, the reaction become explosive in case of fluorine. Okay. Followed by chlorine. Chlorine का electronegativity इसके बाद ज़्यादा है. Then bromine, then iodine. Iodine is least reactive, or with iodine, the reaction is very slow and reversible. With iodine, the reaction is very slow and reversible. The reason for the reversible nature is, what is the byproduct you are forming along with alkyl halide? You are forming HX, right? इस केस में क्या बनेगा? आयोडीन के साथ you will form HI.
Hi.
HI is very good reducing agent. If it is very good reducing agent, the formed alkyl halide, इसका reduction का product क्या बनेगा हमें? RH का reduction, it will give back RH. Hence the reaction is reversible with I2. With F2, the reaction is explosive. Why is it explosive? Because of high reactivity of F2. With I2, the reaction is very slow. Moreover, it is reversible. Hence, we will not prefer halogenation of alkanes with F2 and I2. क्योंकि F2 के साथ reaction explosive हो रहा है and I2 के साथ reaction बहुत slow है and reversible है. Is that clear? So, if you do halogenation, in general, we will be adding Cl2 and Br2. Okay, इसका मतलब ये है क्या हम कभी भी alkyl fluoride and alkyl iodide को बना नहीं पाएंगे ऐसा कुछ? This is not the case because we won't be forming alkyl fluorides and iodide using this reaction. There can be some other reactions for the formation of alkyl fluoride and alkyl iodide. You will not choose to prepare alkyl fluorides and iodides using this method because with F2 the reaction is explosive and with I2 the reaction is very slow and it is becoming reversible because of formation of HI, which is very good reducing agent. Clear hai? Okay, let us see the mechanism. उससे पहले और एक पॉइंट लिखते हैं. Order of reactivity of different degree hydrogens. You can have a 3-degree hydrogen, a 2-degree hydrogen, a 1-degree hydrogen, and a methyl hydrogen. What is meant by 3-degree hydrogen? the hydrogen that is attached to 3-degree carbon, it is called as 3-degree hydrogen. What is 2-degree hydrogen? The hydrogen that is attached to 2-degree carbon, it is called as 2-degree hydrogen. 1-degree carbon, it is called as 1-degree hydrogen. The carbon which is attached to methyl, sorry, the hydrogen which is attached to methyl, it is called as 1-methyl hydrogen. Okay. आप लोग सोच के बताओ what would be the order of reactivity of 3-degree, 2-degree and 1-degree? What is the order of reactivity of different what is the order of stability of different free radicals? 3-degree ज्यादा स्टेबल है या 2-degree या 1-degree ज्यादा स्टेबल है?
1 degree. 3
1
degree.
degree. 3-degree more stable है ना? 3-degree, 2-degree, 1-degree and methyl. If I am removing a 3-degree hydrogen, it will lead to the formation of 3-degree free radical. If I am removing a 2-degree hydrogen, it will lead to the formation of 2-degree free radical. Okay, this particular reactions involves formation of free radicals. We will understand the mechanism. उससे पहले आपको एक question दिया. The order of reactivity of different hydrogens, because you are removing hydrogens here. यहाँ पे hydrogen निकाल के and I am attaching halogen. The one which is present on 3-degree carbon will be having higher rate of reactivity. The reason is it will lead to the formation of 3-degree free radical. Okay. The one which is present on 2-degree carbon, उसका भी reactivity relatively ज़्यादा ही होगा when compared to 1-degree and methyl. That is based on the stability of 2-degree free radical. Agreed? Clear है? Okay. Let us go to the mechanism. In any of the free radical mechanisms, everyone, important है ये, it is important for your boards also. Please concentrate. In any of the free radical mechanisms, we have 3 steps. Chain initiation, chain propagation, and finally chain termination. Whenever any organic reaction, if it follows free radical mechanism, it will have 3 steps: chain initiation, chain propagation, and chain termination. We will try to understand all these steps one by one. सबसे पहले chain initiation. What happens in chain initiation step is, it will result in the formation of free radicals from the neutral molecules. It will lead to the formation of free radicals. What are we doing? In the reaction container, you are having RH, alkane, and H2. इस reaction container के ऊपर either you are incidenting photons or you are heating that particular container, which will lead to the formation of free radicals. So पहले क्या है? In the system you have RH and you have H2. If you break RH as free radicals, what will you get? You will get R free radical and H free radical. ये याद रखना आप लोग, very important. H free radical जो है, it is highly unstable. if it is highly unstable, उसको कभी नहीं बनाएंगे. Okay, highly unstable, hence not formed. So you will not break this RH into free radicals, or you will not convert this into R free radical and H free radical. Agreed? So you are left with X2. If you break X2 as free radicals, you will get 2 X free radicals. Okay, this particular step is called as chain initiation step. Because of this particular step, you are able to start the reaction. Okay, hence it is called as chain initiation. The next set of reactions are called as chain propagation steps. Chain propagation. Now in the system, you are having RH. You also have X2. X2 भी है आपके पास. If this X2 reacts with X free radical, आपको क्या कहा मैंने अभी in the Woods reaction, whenever you have a free radical, if it is reacting with any molecule, you need to always break this molecule in terms of free radicals. ऐसा कुछ कहा? So if this X free radical is reacting with this, what will you do? You will break this in terms of free radicals. यहाँ पे एक X free radical बनेगा, X free radical बनेगा. One of the X free radical will be reacting with this to form X2 again. So आपको बनेगा क्या product? You will not get any new product. It will lead to the formation of X2 plus X free radical. If I am breaking this, this is converting into a free radical. This also converts into a free radical. ये इसके साथ react किया या ये वाला इसके साथ react किया. It will lead to the formation of X2 ना. So इस particular reaction के वजह से आपको कुछ नया product मिला क्या? No, right? These reactions may occur inside the container. क्योंकि X free radical जो है, it can also collide with X2. It need not only collide with RH, right? But it is not generating any new product. इसलिए उसको लिखेंगे नहीं. No need to write this. Okay. This is not making any change in the reaction. So I am not showing this. Is this clear? So RH है, if it reacts with X free radical, again, this is a free radical, this is a neutral molecule. Whenever a free radical reacts with a neutral molecule, what you should know? You need to break the bond in homolytic fission and you need to form free radicals. Okay. यहाँ पे क्या क्या बनेगा आपको? R free radical बनेगा, H free radical बनेगा. If R free radical combines with that X, what will be the product? You will get RH plus H free radical. You can also have other variation of this, that H free radical combining with X to form HX plus R free radical. Out of these two reactions, we need to judge which will happen. आप लोग बताओ इन दोनों में से कौन सा रिएक्शन होगा? Okay, what is the reason for that?
H free radical.
Second.
It is
H free
unstable.
radical highly unstable. इसलिए ये नहीं होगा, ये बनेगा. Okay, what is the reason for that? Because this is highly unstable. Clear है? Everyone. Okay. So you are forming an R free radical. This is a chain propagation step. You will call all those steps as chain propagation steps whenever you are forming a new free radical in the reaction. क्योंकि यहाँ पे भी आपको free radical आया, so this can react with another molecule and it can propagate that particular reaction. If you are forming a neutral molecule here, you may not propagate the reaction. Agreed? All those reactions where you are forming a free radical, a reaction of another free radical with a neutral molecule. All those steps will be called as chain propagation steps. Chain initiation step में क्या हुआ? Chain initiation में भी आपको free radical मिला, but that particular free radical is formed from a neutral molecule. ये starting a reaction था. From the neutral molecule, you are forming free radicals. In the propagation steps, the free radical is reacting with neutral molecule to form a new free radical. Is that clear? Okay. So ये जो R free radical है, can I say it can combine with, आपको system में क्या है? In system, you are having X2. You also have RH. आप लोग अभी आपको सोच लेना चाहिए, if it is reacting with RH, क्या बन सकता है? Either you can form RR plus H free radical, जो बनेगा नहीं, H free radical being unstable, or you can form RH plus R free radical. Again, you got the same products. ये दोनों combine होके वही बना ना? So need not show this particular reaction. Agreed?
Yes.
So this will be reacting with X2 to form
RX.
RX plus X free radical.
X.
Everyone, any doubt? Any doubt? Anyone?
No.
Oh, okay. So यहाँ पे, if you got X free radical, this will again react with another molecule of alkane to form another R free radical, which will again react with X2 to form RX plus X free radical. ये चलता जाएगा. Okay. So आपको यहाँ पे final product मिल गया, देखो. The product is RX. The product is RX. You got RX. Okay. Then we need to analyze chain termination steps. Chain termination step मतलब उस particular step के वजह से reaction रुक जाएगा, further नहीं हो पाएगा. ये कब होगा? Whenever you are combining a free radical with another free radical. System के अंदर you can also have X free radicals, क्योंकि यहाँ पे X free radicals react कर रहे हैं ना. If the formed R free radical is reacting with X free radical, you will be forming RX. यहाँ पे reaction रुक जाएगा because there is no formation of new free radical. Here the reaction will stop. Hence it is called as chain termination step. Similarly, if you have an X free radical combining with another X free radical, it will form X2. So this is also a termination step. If you have an R free radical combining with another R, it will form RR. So यहाँ पे भी reaction रुक गया. So all these are termination steps. Okay, which are not forming new free radicals. Hence the reaction may not continue. Is this clear? आप लोग ऐसा कुछ सोचना. Everyone, the room which you are sitting in, divide that into two parts. Okay, divide that into two parts. In both the rooms you are having RH, दोनों में you are having the alkyl and X2, दोनों में है. In both the halves you are having RH and X2, left hand side half में भी है, right hand side half में भी है. Now break only one molecule. I am breaking only one molecule of X2 into two X free radicals. एक free radical को एक हाफ में छोड़ दिया, दूसरा free radical को दूसरा हाफ में छोड़ दिया. Okay, everyone. हमारे पास एक ही X2 है, एक ही, और you can say you are breaking only one X2, which will lead to the formation of only two free radicals. In both the halves of the room, you are having alkane and halogen, दोनों है. So ये जो X free radical एक आया है room के अंदर, एक half के अंदर, it will be reacting with alkane to form R free radical. That particular R free radical will react with X2 present in the room to form RX and X free radical. फिर से X free radical generate हुआ. So that will react again with another molecule of RH, which will lead to the formation of R free radical. This will again react with X2 which is present in the room which will lead to the formation of Rx and X free radical. ये होता जाएगा एंडिंग में क्या होगा, सारा का सारा RH जो रहा होगा, it will be reacting to form Rx. Agreed? Okay. In the other part of the room, in the other half, the same reaction will be happening. Clear hai? This will be possible if and only if the two halves are completely separated. If the halves are not separated, there can be a possibility, because they are not separated by any boundary, na? There is a possibility that the X free radical which is present in one room can react with X free radical which is present in another room to form X2. Or else एक रूम में आपको R free radical बना होगा, दूसरा रूम में उसी टाइम पे X free radical है. So ये वो दोनों combine होके you can form Rx. Similarly, एक रूम में you can have R free radical, at the same time in other room also or in other half also you have R free radical. ये दोनों combine होके you can form RR. Agreed? So if you are breaking only one X2 molecule, the probability for the reaction to go to completion is very less, क्योंकि ये सारा reaction भी parallelly होता जा रहा है. I can never ensure that chain termination steps won't happen. Agreed? क्योंकि दो free radicals जब भी दिखेगा अपने आप में और react होके they will be forming these products. So in order to have completion of the reaction, what you should have is you need to have more and more X2 breaking into X free radicals. जितना ज्यादा ब्रेक करेंगे आप, वो सारा X free radicals RH के साथ react होता जाएगा and they will be converting that RH into Rx. Agreed? Clear है everyone? Is this clear? So यहाँ पे एक statement लिखा है, we need more than one photon to ensure completion of reaction, as many of the chains will come to preemptive end. Preemptive मतलब जो destined है उनका, उससे पहले ही वो end हो रहा है. Will come to preemptive end when two radicals combine. ये जो chains, यहाँ पे chain continue होता जाना चाहिए, but whenever free radicals are combining, they are converting into neutral molecules, and you are terminating the chain. Is this clear? So in order to have the reaction to go to completion, you need to have more than one photon breaking that X2, or you need to break several X2 molecules into free radicals. Clear है everyone? Okay, ठीक है. और भी है इसमें. Suppose if I'm starting with CH4, general example, if I'm starting with CH4, that CH4 is reacting with, suppose X2 के place में मैं Cl2 ले रहा हूँ. What will be the product? It will convert into CH3 free radical plus HCl. अभी ये जो CH3 free radical है, मान लेते हैं it encountered Cl2 molecule, and this will convert into CH3Cl
Cl free radical.
plus
Cl.
Cl free radical. Okay. अभी यहाँ पे क्या हो सकता है? The formed CH3Cl CH2 Cl and एक hydrogen. The formed CH2Cl, this can also react with Cl free radical. It is not necessary that always CH4 will come and react with Cl free radical. System के अंदर अब जो भी CH3Cl बना, it can also react with Cl free radical ना? Agreed? So whenever that happens, please guess the products. क्या हो सकता है? We will form
HCl.
CH2 Cl free radical plus HCl. Agreed? This CH2 Cl free radical can react with Cl2 molecule to form CH2Cl2 plus Cl free radical. एक्सपेक्ट करो आप अभी ये जो CH2Cl2 है, it can encounter a Cl free radical, हो सकता है, which will lead to the formation of
CHCl2 free radical
plus HCl. Any doubt?
HCl.
Okay. ये जो CHCl2 फ्री रेडिकल है, ये Cl2 मॉलिक्यूल के साथ कोलाइड किया तो it will lead to the formation of
CHCl3
plus
Cl free radical.
very good. Last set of reactions. और क्या हो सकता है?
CHCl3 free radical.
CHCl3 जो है,
free radical. Cl.
it can combine with a Cl free radical present in the system, which will lead to the formation of CCl3 free radical plus
HCl.
HCl. Any doubt? ये जो CCl3 free radical है, this will ultimately combine with another Cl2 molecule to form CCl4 plus
Cl free radical.
Cl free radical.
Cl free radical. एक बार पूरा का पूरा CH4 CCl4 में कन्वर्ट होने के बाद this can never react with this again. ये free radicals जैसे combine नहीं होगा, so क्या होगा? All of the Cl free radicals which are left in the system, वो अपने आप में combine होके they will convert into Cl2. Reaction end हो जाएगा. Okay. So in order to have these propagation steps, ये भी हो सकता है. I'm saying them as alternate propagation steps. Okay. In order to have these propagation steps, what should be the condition? Whenever you are converting entire of the CH4 into CH3Cl, तभी भी आपके पास Cl system के अंदर बचा है. Okay. Then you will be having more and more Cl free radicals. वो जो CH3Cl जो भी आया है, it will definitely have more probability to collide with the Cl free radical, and it will convert into this. Okay. जब अगर आपको Cl2 सिस्टम में ज्यादा है, this will further combine with this to form this. Agreed? If you are having more and more amount of Cl free radicals in the system, the probability of these propagation steps increases. Agreed? अगर Cl ही आपके पास नहीं है तो यहाँ पे आने के बाद रिएक्शन रुक जाएगा. बट अगर इन केस इफ यू आर टेकिंग Cl2 in excess, Cl2 को बहुत ज्यादा लिया है आपने एंड बहुत ज्यादा Cl2 मॉलिक्यूल्स को इनिशियली आप लोग किया हुआ है, so whenever the CH4 converts into CH3Cl, the reaction won't stop there. It will be encountering any of the Cl free radicals present in the system and it will have this reaction. उसके बाद वो Cl2 के साथ भी एनकाउंटर करेगा क्योंकि Cl2 ज्यादा है and it will be forming this. उसके बाद Cl free radicals भी सिस्टम में ज्यादा है, ये रिएक्शन होगा, so on so forth. ये चलता जाएगा and you will be forming ultimately CCl4. Okay. We cannot predict the composition where we can have CH2Cl2 as the major product. मतलब maximum amount इसमें रहेगा या maximum amount CHCl3 में रहेगा. You cannot predict that particular composition. What we can predict is if I'm having more amount of CH4 and very less amount of Cl2. In that case, I can say major product will be CH3Cl. Only one hydrogen will be replaced. If I'm taking excess of Cl2 and very limited amount of CH4, then all of the hydrogens will be replaced by Cl to form CCl4 as the major product. Okay. कभी भी हम ये जज नहीं कर पाएंगे what should be the composition to have CHCl3 और CH2Cl2 as the major products, क्योंकि हम ensure नहीं कर पाएंगे ना, वो जो collisions है randomly हो रहे, we don't have control on them. We can definitely say if CH4 is in excess, most of the collisions वो जो CH4 है most of them will be converted into CH3Cl. In that case also in the system you can have these products but they will be minor. Most of the product will be in the form of CH3Cl. Agreed? समझ में आया आपको?
Yes, sir.
If you have Cl2 in excess, Cl2 को बहुत ज्यादा लिया आप लोग ने, बहुत ज्यादा रिएक्शंस होके, सारे रिएक्शंस खत्म होके, the final product will be CCl4. तो आपको दो ही क्वेश्चंस आता है. CH4, you need to just remember these two things. CH4 plus Cl2 gives rise to CH3Cl plus HCl, provided this is in excess. Okay. दूसरा CH4 plus Cl2 gives rise to CCl4 plus HCl, provided Cl2 is in excess. Clear है? The other variety of questions you get in this particular reaction is, they will ask you to identify which of the following is chain propagation step, which of the following is chain termination step, which of the following is chain initiation step. How to identify an initiation step? If you are forming new free radicals from a neutral molecule, initially जो भी reactants लेते हैं हम, उनसे अगर free radicals मिल रहे तो, that will be called as chain initiation step. Chain propagation steps में, a free radical will be combining with a neutral molecule to form a new free radical. Those are chain propagation steps. You need to form a new free radical, then only the chain can propagate. Chain termination steps में, two free radicals will combine to form a neutral molecule, that is called as chain termination step. You can similarly have alternate chain termination steps. मतलब इनके अलावा और भी हो सकता है. क्या क्या हो सकता है? This reacting with another molecule of CH3. This can react with another molecule of itself. ये भी हो सकता है ना? So you should not confine the chain termination steps to these. इनके अलावा भी हो सकता है. I am not marking all those. So because you can have different combinations. ये इसके साथ हो सकता है, ये इसके साथ combine कर सकता है. Okay. ये वाला CH3 के साथ combine कर सकता है. Different combinations हो सकता है ना? You need to see two free radicals combining to form a neutral molecule. वैसा free radical exist होगा कि नहीं पहले वो देखो. अगर exist हो रहे तो दोनों combine होके they can form neutral molecule. Agreed? Okay, आपको confuse करने के लिए they will not give the general termination steps. They may choose a free radical from these and they may combine. Is this clear? Any doubts? Anyone? Any doubt? Anyone? Okay. What are the characteristic reactions of alkanes? Alkanes usually have substitution reactions. What is meant by substitution reaction? You will be replacing one of the hydrogen with any other group, and the mechanism involves free radicals. Why does the mechanism involve free radicals? क्योंकि कार्बन और हाइड्रोजन के बीच में electronegativity difference नहीं है, or it is very very less. So whenever I break that bond, it will always tend to break as a free radical. Hence the characteristic reactions are termed as free radical substitution reactions. And this particular reaction is free radical halogenation. What is the order of reactivity of different halogens? Fluorine greater than, chlorine greater than, bromine greater than iodine. With fluorine, the reaction is explosive. What is the reason for that? The free radicals that are initially formed. Here you will form fluorine free radical, which is highly unstable. Why is it unstable? Because it is highly electronegative. So if it becomes electron deficient, it will become highly unstable. Hence the reaction will be explosive. जल्दी जल्दी reaction हो जाएगा. Okay. Iodine के साथ the reaction is very very slow because its electronegativity is very less. I free radical जब बनेगा वो उतना ज़्यादा electronegative नहीं है, so उतना ज़्यादा unstable नहीं है relatively. Okay. Moreover, its size is more. If its size is more, it is relatively stable only. Hence, it is not so reactive. इसलिए the reaction will be very slow, but the reaction becomes reversible. The reason for reversibility is due to formation of HI, which is a strong reducing agent. HI will combine back with the formed RX. HI plus RX will give you RH. Okay. Hence, the productivity decreases. Clear? Okay. So you won't prefer to form alkyl fluorides and alkyl iodides using this particular free radical halogenation. For the preparation of fluorides and iodides, we have two different reactions which are the most important for JEE Mains and NEET as well as boards. वो reaction क्या है बाद में पढ़ेंगे. We are not worried about them now. But remember, alkyl fluorides और iodides को बनाने के लिए specific reactions लगेगा. And this is the reason for that. Agreed? Chlorides or bromides you can form by this particular reaction, which involves chain initiation, propagation, and termination. In the initiation step, you will be forming free radicals from the neutral molecule. In the propagation step, you will be reacting a neutral molecule with a free radical to form a new free radical. Agreed? In the termination step, you will be reacting two free radicals to form a new neutral molecule. Clear hai? Okay. ठीक है. This is about the first reaction of alkanes. We will understand the other reactions in our next lecture. Okay. Thank you.